Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I'm going to start out with a cleansed and moisturized face. Then for foundation, I'm going to take the Becca Backlight Priming Filter with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I am currently the shade 3.5. So to get the little concoction that I like to use, I put 1 pump of the primer onto the back of my hand and then 2 pumps of the foundation. And then go ahead and mix it up on the back of my hand and then place it on my face. So to buff this into my skin, I am using the Morphe M439 brush to both pat that into skin and also use circular motions. So for concealer, I am taking the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. I am using the shade Light Warm. I'm going to take this under the eyes in a triangle shape as a highlight, and onto the eyelids, a strip down the nose, a flower-ish thing on my forehead. I'm also going to hit the Cupid's bow, the nostrils, my chin, and then I put a little strip there because I have some blemishes that need covered up. And this shade's actually really light for me, so it's not really a highlight like I would want it to be. So then taking any damp beauty blender, I'm currently using the Real Techniques one. I like that it has the flat end, especially for my forehead and my chin. It just makes it really easy. But go ahead and use your beauty blender to push this into the skin. It makes it really nice that it picks up all the extra that you put on there. As you can see, I'm very heavy-handed when it comes to putting concealer underneath the eye. But I always want to make sure I'm concealed there because sometimes I can look like I have dark circles and I really don't. So then to set my concealer, I am going to take the Sigma F35 brush, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit Refill in the shade Banana and also the MAC Emphasize Pro Powder. I just tap this into both powders equal amounts, and then I'm going to tap it underneath the eye as you saw to set that area. And then I bring it down the nose and then back to the temple. So I just create that exact same shape that I had with the concealer and fill that in. So you first want to use the tapping motions as you saw me doing, and then you can use the sweeping motions once you have everything set. If you go in with sweeping motions right away, you're actually going to move the concealer that you just set, which defeats the entire purpose. So here I'm still using the exact same combination of the banana powder and the Pro Emphasize powder. I'm just setting my eyelids. You definitely want to set those before you head in with eyeshadow. And then I'm going to put that powder down my nose, on my forehead, the Cupid's bow, and the chin. Because the Pro Emphasize powder is so light, it adds that subtle highlight that I wanted to get with my concealer but was unable to achieve with my pale self. So then I'm going to head in with the Sigma E40 brush, and I'm using Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie here. So this is going to be my crease color. I'm taking that from outer corner to inner corner in sweeping motions, back and forth, back and forth. And then once I feel like I've deposited most of the color there in the crease, I go in with circular motions. And with those circular motions, I'm able to blend it up and towards the brow. Now, this color you want to be super blended out. This is your base color that you're going to use to blend everything else in, your transition color. So I go ahead and did both eyes, and I go back and forth until I feel like I have it completely blended out the way that I want it to be. So then I'm going to head in with the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Hanky Panky. It's a, I believe it's more of a neutral brown, but when I put it on, it looks like a cool tone brown here on the camera. But I'm going to use a Sephora brush. It's the Pro Blending Brush, large 27. And I just take that, again, inner corner to outer corner. But the only thing is with this one, you want to keep it lower than the peach smoothie. So if you can see, the Hanky Panky is in my crease and it goes up a little bit, but you can still see the peach smoothie above that. So again, back and forth, back and forth. You can, I don't use circular motions on that one, but just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until you have it completely blended out the way you want it to. So right here I am taking MAC's Saddle on a Morphe M433 brush, and this one you're going to keep even lower in the crease. So I start out on the outer corner. I want that color to be on the lid as well, so I brush that over the lid, and then I take that into the crease, and at first I have it flat, back and forth, and then once I feel like most of my product is deposited, I will turn the brush sideways and then do sweeping motions again, and that brings it up as high as I want it to go into my crease. So again, do it to the other side, and the trick here is to just take a little bit of eyeshadow at a time. Make sure you don't load your brush up, or you're gonna have a mess. So doing a little bit at a time, going back and forth, back and forth. I think it's easiest to start on the outer corner instead of going right into the crease. Then you can control how much you're putting into that crease, and it's easier to blend out. Then I'm taking the Sigma E40 again, and no product on it whatsoever. I'm just blending to make sure all my shades have blended together. So my camera cut out here, and you can see I put on mascara. I also put on false lashes. These are the Lena lashes in the style Claudia. I also filled in my brows using the Anastasia brow definer in the shade Chocolate. So I'm really sorry you guys didn't get to see that. This, I am taking the Bobbie Brown bronzing powder in the shade Golden Light 1, and I am taking that on a Morphe M523 brush, and more bronzing than contouring, but I definitely did want some shape. Then I am taking the Morphe 9B palette. I'm taking the top left and the center color on a Morphe E4 brush, and I hit the apples of the cheeks and then bring it back all the way to the temples. I basically follow my contour with that. Highlight! So this is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill face palette. I was so excited that I was able to get my hands on this. So then I'm mixing both Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop on a Morphe M501 brush. I use mostly Champagne Pop. I'm just not a huge fan of the pure gold on my face. I definitely like more of that peachy, pinky tone that Champagne Pop brings. It's like my favorite ever. I went ahead and hit the Cupid's bow with that, and then with whatever was left on my brush, I just quickly tapped the tip of my nose. So then a trick I actually learned from watching Jaclyn on YouTube, I'm taking a Morphe E36, which is a very small precision brush, and that Bobbie Brown bronzing powder, and I just hit the bottom of the lip, and that just makes the bottom lip look fuller because you're using the highlight to make the top lip look fuller. So the first lip I want to show you guys with this is a bright blue tone hot pink. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Rio, which is gorgeous. It was part of her spring collection. And then this rusty orange that I absolutely love is the Kylie Cosmetics matte liquid lipstick in the shade 22. I'm kind of back and forth between on her lipsticks, but I went ahead and used this one because I love the color, but I just did it without the liner. So then this color is a cool tone mauve purple, one of my all-time favorite, and it's the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick in the shade Androgyny. So last but not least, I'm going to show you this look with a neutral, and I'm going in with the Too Faced Melted Liquified Longwear Lipstick, and this is the shade Chihuahua. I don't know why it took me so long to get on board with these melted liquid lips, but I love them. It's so pretty, so natural. So whatever lip you pick, whether it's neutral, bright, dark, bold, whatever you want, make sure you go ahead and spray your face with setting spray, and you're good to go. Thanks for watching.